TikTok's Senior Director of Public Policy is Eric Evanstein. He joins me now. Well, Eric, I mean, is it your fear this is the floodgates? We know that we've had a variety of bans on works in federal government and state government, but this is the first outright ban.
Richard, thank you for having me here today. I want to first note that there is no other state in the United States that currently has this type of legislation under consideration. This is a radical outlier. The states have been in session for months and will be continuing for another couple of weeks. There is a couple of reasons for it, we think, one of which is it doesn't seem that there's a clear plan on how they would enact or operationalize this piece of legislation. And there's a reason for that, and that's that you can't there's no playbook for censoring the internet, and that's what Montana seems to be trying to do here.
Okay, but we have, for example, cases where sport betting is not allowed in one state. So there are cases where states have banned something that is legal in another state, and the technology has had to be adapted accordingly.
The difference here is the Constitution and the First Amendment, and we're seeing quite a lot of civil liberty groups, digital literacy groups, digital liberty groups coming out on both sides of the political spectrum, noting the many, many faults with this legislation, including most notably the ACLU, who point out the First Amendment and the Constitution.
The problem here is TikTok has been saying from the beginning that it's not an arm of the Chinese, it doesn't hand over the data, there's no privacy issues, and no one believes it. That's your problem.
There's a reason why we continue to say that, and that reason is that it's true. There's never been evidence, there's never been proof that we've done this. We've told everyone that we would not do it and that we haven't done it. And we're taking things one step further. We agree that there are serious, legitimate concerns about national security writ large across the industry. And that's why we have Project Texas, which is a multi-billion-dollar investment in the United States to secure US user data in a way that I think no other similarly placed company can do.
The growth, though, and the importance of TikTok now in the social arena is so huge that I guess the onus on you to prove otherwise in terms of this case is high. And in the eyes of Montana, you've failed. I mean, why do you think Montana's done this? Do you think it is a personal grudge against TikTok?
We have 150 million users in the United States and over 5 million businesses that make a living on our platform and that find community and enjoy their experience on TikTok. It's a really fun, enjoyable experience, and we continue to support our users going forward. And we think that whatever issues Montana may have, we're confident that our users will continue to find community, and we'll be there to support them.
The big problem with your position is that so many other countries are taking the same view, at least in terms of allowing TikTok, the app, to be on work phones or federal phones. The Australians, the British, various European countries have all done, the Italians particularly, have all done the same thing. So I wonder, you do end up with a position eventually where I have to say to you, why are they all right? Or rather, why are they all wrong and you're right?
It's a great question and one I get a lot, and there's a tremendous amount of misinformation out about TikTok. If the question is about data security or national security, let's have an industry-wide solution. Putting out a particular ban on one app or one class of app does nothing for the overall situation. If you want to talk about data security in the United States, let's talk about having a national privacy law. If you want to talk about what TikTok is doing.
But nobody wants you part of that conversation.
We'll continue to have that conversation and continue to make sure that everyone can see that here in the United States, we have Project Texas, which is an unprecedented effort, $1.5 billion in the United States to have safe and secure US user data stored by an American company here on their cloud.
Eric, I'm glad that you came on today to talk about it. Thank you. It's a tricky subject. I'm not even sure how it'll work, as you say, logistically, what happens if you've got TikTok and with VPNs where you can use it anyway. So I'm not entirely sure how that would work, but that's a problem for another day. We'll talk about it then. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.